There's a saying that Rome wasn't built in a day, which, while patently obvious, is still a valid phrase. It's not talking about the place Rome. What it's referring to is the Roman Empire, which at one time was a dominant global power. So clearly, this didn't happen overnight. And in fact, it didn't even happen in a lifetime or two. But something that massive is going to take time. And on the flip side, that doesn't mean that what you want to achieve is going to happen quickly. Everything takes time. If you want something bad enough, the chances are you'll have to earn it. And if you want and need it, you will make the effort. The same about being happy. Unless you're one of those fortunate few who seem to be capable of just being happy all the time, it's something you're going to have to work upon. And even if you start small and break it down into enough pieces, eventually you'll be able to climb your own personal Everest. Last year I published my first book. It wasn't as difficult as I always thought it would be. One day I decided I was going to do it, and I just started. It took me 9 weeks of effort to put it together, and on the 10th week I published it, and it's available now on Amazon. That book exists, and it will always exist. Although to get there I had to start, and more importantly I had to keep going. It wasn't the first time I'd written something new. It wasn't the first time I'd put the time and effort into creating something, but it was the first time I'd completed something. And the only real difference was the attitude. I approached it differently from the start. On day one, I said to myself, Ian, in 10 weeks, you're going to publish this book. The next step for me was then to tell everyone I knew what I was going to do. Now, I didn't even just tell people I knew. I got online and I tweeted about it. I posted on Facebook and LinkedIn. I even created a blog to talk about it. Why? Why did I go to all the extra effort to do something I decided I was going to do? As I said, this wasn't the first time I'd written anything, but it was going to be the first time I completed it. Every new person I met, I told about it, and each stage I achieved, each milestone, I blogged about and tweeted about, not to brag about it and not to seem clever, but to keep my motivation and to make it so I could not do anything but succeed. Each day I added a word, a paragraph, a page, a chapter. Each day I got closer to my goal by putting in the effort. And if you want to know how to be happier and more motivated, it really is a step at a time. No matter who you are, there is only one way to climb Everest, and that is one step at a time. And there's only one way to get what you want and be who you want to be, and that is one step at a time. Grab a piece of paper and a pen, and at the bottom write down how you feel today. Now draw 5 horizontal lines an equal distance apart towards the top of the page. Now at the top, write down where you want to be, even just the word happier, healthier, funnier. Now this gives you 4 steps, not to make, but to take. 4 manageable chunks. Think for a minute what steps you will need to take to get to the next, and then to get to the next, and finally to get to where you want to be. How long are you going to give it, and how are you going to stay motivated? Who are you going to tell? When I work with people who want to quit smoking, one of the most effective devices I've found is simply to get them to tell their family and their friends what they're doing. And they more often than not will avoid losing face. So they quit, and they stay quit. So who are you going to tell about your personal plans? Who are you going to keep updated? And how are you going to do it?